Let me ask you something. When you see a package labeled heart healthy or cholesterol free, should you trust it? Most people do, especially after 60, when heart health feels like the top priority. But here's the surprising truth. Many foods marketed as heart healthy can actually backfire. They put you at greater risk for heart problems instead of protecting you. Here's why this matters. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the U.S. According to the CDC, about 695,000 Americans died from heart disease in 2021. That's nearly 1 in 5 deaths. And the risk climbs even higher after age 60. At that stage, our bodies become less forgiving of hidden sugars, refined oils, and excess sodium. So if you're over 50, especially if you already watch your blood pressure or cholesterol, knowing which foods to swap out can literally add years to your life. So let's dive in. I'll walk you through foods that sound heart-friendly but often do more harm than good. And I'll give you simple swaps your heart and taste buds will thank you for. Stick around, because at number 2, you'll hear about a food most people think is safe, but it turns out to be surprisingly harmful. At number 1 is flavored instant oatmeal. Oatmeal can be great for the heart, but many instant packets, especially the flavored ones, are loaded with added sugar. Some have more sugar than a cookie. That sugar spikes blood sugar. It fuels inflammation. And it raises triglycerides quietly in the background. Swap it for plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats. Sweeten naturally with berries, cinnamon, or a drizzle of honey. You'll still get the heart-healthy fiber without the sugar bomb. Here's a pro tip. Oats work because of beta-glucan, a special fiber that helps lower LDL cholesterol. Second one is low-fat yogurt. Back in the 80s and 90s, low-fat meant healthy. But when companies took the fat out of yogurt, they had to add something back. What did they add? Sugar, thickeners, and artificial flavors. For heart health, that combination is counterproductive. Swap it for plain Greek yogurt. It's rich in protein, gut-friendly probiotics, and healthy fats that keep cholesterol balanced. Add your own fruit, not the pre-sweetened kind. Food number 3, margarine and oil spreads. For years, margarine was sold as the better alternative to butter. Old-school margarines were loaded with partially hydrogenated oils, trans fats, the worst possible fat for your arteries. Those industrial trans fats have been largely banned, but it's still worth checking labels. Swap it for olive oil or avocado oil. If you do use butter, keep it moderate. The American Heart Association advises keeping saturated fat under 6% of daily calories. The fourth one is whole wheat bread. This one surprises people. Whole wheat sounds healthy, but many loaves are still refined, full of sodium and spiked with extra sugar. Swap it for sprouted grain bread, like Ezekiel. Look for 100% whole grain on the ingredient list. At least 3 grams of fiber per slice, and no more than 150 milligrams sodium per slice. Wait. Before we move on, remember, food swaps matter. But another step for a healthier life is hitting subscribe. Go ahead, it takes one click. At number 5 is diet soda. This one's tricky. Diet sodas may have 0 calories. But 0 calories doesn't mean 0 consequences. Several large studies associate artificial sweeteners with higher risks of cardiovascular disease and stroke. It's not proven cause and effect, but enough reason to rethink the daily can. Swap it for sparkling water with lemon or lime, or, if you want sweetness, go for a flavored water sweetened with stevia. Food number 6. Heart-healthy cereals. Cereal boxes often show a heart logo, but many are packed with refined carbs and added sugar. Even if they're fortified with vitamins, the negatives outweigh the positives. Swap it for a homemade mix of oats, nuts, and seeds. Or simply grab a handful of walnuts or almonds with fruit. Your heart will thank you. By the way, if you've got questions about labels or nutrition, drop them in the comments. I'll answer them in the next video. The seventh one is granola bars. Granola bars are marketed as wholesome, but look closely. Many are just candy bars in disguise. Corn syrup, palm oil, sodium, sugar, all in one bar. Swap it for a small handful of nuts and dried fruit, or make your own bars at home with oats, nut butter, and a touch of honey. The last one is low-sodium soups. Here's a sneaky one. Even low-sodium canned soups can pack too much salt, plus preservatives and unhealthy oils. For older adults, sodium is one of the biggest drivers of high blood pressure. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams per day, ideally 1,500 milligrams. Swap it for homemade soups with fresh veggies, beans, and herbs. You'll control the salt and get clean nutrition. So here's the big picture. Labels can be misleading. Heart healthy doesn't always mean heart helpful. After 60, our bodies are more sensitive to sugar, refined carbs, and unhealthy fats. And unfortunately, those are the exact things hiding in so many packaged foods. But here's the good news. Small swaps add up. Steel-cut oats instead of instant packets, olive oil instead of margarine, sparkling water instead of diet soda. 3 better choices a day, and you'll start to feel a difference in just weeks. Next time you're in the grocery store, flip the package, read the ingredients. Ask yourself, is this really nourishing me or just wearing a healthy disguise? Because at any age, even after 60, it's never too late to protect your heart, feel better, and enjoy more years with the people you love. And one last thing, even with all these food swaps, diet alone isn't enough. Exercise is key to real heart health. If you'd like, comment below, and I'll make a video showing you simple, senior-friendly exercises you can do right at home.